Time now for one of our favorite games.
Must be good, man. You've been really excited.
Start, sit,
no,
cut.
no, hold on. What is this? This ain't fair.
Got some promising big men, all under 24 years old. We got to start, sit, and cut 3 studs. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Anthony Davis, and Karl-Anthony Towns. One of those guys have to be cut. Hit us with your 3.
I don't want to. I have to cut one of these.
That's the game that we play.
Okay. I'm going to start Karl-Anthony Towns.
Okay.
I'm going to sit Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I'm going to cut Anthony Davis.
You cutting the brow?
I'm cutting the brow.
You can't cut the brow.
I just did.
What in the world?
Cut the brow. Brow, you cut. I have one reason and one reason alone, and I think you could probably guess my reasoning.
Injuries.
I just don't know that I could count on him being there.
Injuries.
That's it. That's it. If this guy was healthy all the time, he'd be my starter.
The Pelicans played the Cavs tonight.
He didn't play.
He didn't drop anything?
No, he wasn't there. I know they won, and so you think he had some 50-point, 19 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 block game, and that's how they beat the champs?
He was a spectator.
That's exactly what he was.
Street clothes.
Street clothes.
Okay.
And there's too many. Those 2 words are attached to the brow too often.
What are those 2 words?
Street clothes.
Street clothes. The
I
brow.
got too much street clothes. I don't like seeing the brown.
It's like peanut butter and jelly. Just goes together.
Yes, and I want that. So for me, I think Karl-Anthony Towns, I mean, look at what he did yesterday, 32 and 12 with 7 assists and 5 blocks. He's really, really taken a next step, even from the Rookie of the Year campaign last year. I think the thing with Giannis is I just don't know how good he can get. Okay. The ceiling is limitless. 31 points for him tonight. He was tremendous. Part of it, too, as you know, anyone that watches this show knows, I love the Greek Freak. He's rapidly becoming my favorite player in the NBA. So, just from a personal preference standpoint, I have a tough time cutting this guy. I just love watching him play, and I can justify my decision based on the fact that the brow is inconsistent with his playing time due to injury. Too many injuries, too fragile, and for that, I can't count on him to be there all the time. So although he might be the most talented of the 3, he's the least dependable.
We're the same place on the first guy. I start Karl-Anthony Towns for all the reasons that you mentioned. He is the talk of the towns. We discuss him every night. I mean, there's nothing that this guy can't do. 7 feet tall. Look at him just take it off the dribble, throwing it down.
I love when he shows you that mean streak. The mean streak is great.
Absolutely. I mean, Nikola Jokic, get out of the way. And he can also shoot it from deep as well. So we're showing the array of skills, the versatility he brings to the table. I mean, he's a new age guy, only 21 years old, the youngest of the bunch. I'm going to sit Anthony Davis. I can't cut a guy who's top 5 in points, top 5 in blocks, and top 7 in rebounds. Out of these guys on this list, every night this guy can give you like 40 and 15. Yeah. I can't say that for Karl-Anthony Towns, even though I'm starting him. Certainly can't say 40 and 15 for Giannis Antetokounmpo. So I know that he's injury prone. He could be one of the most fragile guys in the NBA. I do admit that. But when he's on the court, though, the potential and what he can give you, I have to ride with him, and I have to cut Giannis. Only because one guy has to be cut. Yeah. I'm with you. Giannis has improved by leaps and bounds, deserves to be an all-star starter, and is that. But, yeah, he just doesn't have the potential of those other guys.
If this was 2K and we could go to injuries and go off, I'm starting the brow.
Then you're good with
I'm starting the brow.
Yep.
That's how good he is. But it was the one way I was able to look at it and say, how can I justify one while still being very, very favoritist towards my favorite personal player of the group, which is Giannis?
Right.
I can justify sitting Giannis. I don't think I can justify starting him over Cat, but I could justify cutting Davis just because I think about it through the lens of a real GM right now. And that's got to be tough to know, I got to build around this guy, but can I? I hope, I think, right? This is just little injuries. He's so young. We're going to laugh about this one day when we're holding up the Larry O'Brien trophy.
Comes up too much.
You hope. But injuries are a part of life.
Great conversation. Let us know what you think. Hit us up on social media.